The practice of manifesting or making your wishes come true by believing in them often challenges the logical way we usually think. In a world that relies on proof and clear thinking, the idea of manifesting might seem strange. However, it's this very openness to what seems like fantasy that opens the door to the power of manifesting. To manifest is to believe in something you can't see or touch. In a society that values hard proof, this belief is hard to maintain. Since we were young, we've been taught to think logically. We believe something is true if it logically makes sense. But this way of thinking doesn't help with manifesting, which is about making things happen by focusing and believing in things beyond our physical senses. Our culture deeply values scientific evidence. When trying something new, like a diet or a business idea, we usually look for studies to support our choices. Yet, the act of manifesting goes beyond what we can prove or logically explain, making it seem both magical and appealing. As kids, we naturally had a great capacity for imagination. Think back to when you could easily pretend to be a doctor, astronaut, or magician as a child. Those times showed how limitless our imagination was. We weren't limited by what we could see, hear, or touch. Instead, we could imagine entire worlds and adventures that went beyond everyday life. During those precious years, being imaginative was just how we were. We allowed ourselves to dream freely, believe in magical things, and didn't worry about what was logical or reasonable. Those were the days when we were open to endless possibilities. Our senses helped us understand the world we could touch, but they didn't define all we could think or imagine. Here's an example. Think of a child who truly believes in imaginary friends. For that child, these friends are as real as anyone else. Adults might see this as just a strong imagination that will eventually go away. But for the child, this belief is strong. They talk to these imaginary friends, share secrets, and even make room for them at meals. For this child, the difference between what's real and what's imagined isn't clear, and this is quite special. This tale showcases our natural ability to use our imagination. It shows us that our views of the world can be shaped by what we believe and think. This idea tells us that we can change our reality. When it comes to manifesting, this early love for imagination is very important. It shows us that being a bit unrealistic in a good way doesn't mean we're losing touch with reality. Instead, it's a chance to see how much we can accomplish when we really believe in something. Moving into adulthood usually brings a big change in how we think. Society teaches us to trust only what we can see, hear, and touch. The idea of manifesting, which depends on belief in things we can't see, often faces doubt. At this point in life, when we talk about our goals, people often ask, how can you prove you'll get there? A lot of us give up on our big dreams because they seem too ambitious or unreachable. Thanks to this logical way of thinking, as adults, we often approach life with caution and careful thought. We carefully consider our goals, looking for solid evidence or logical reasons before we chase them. This habit of holding back our dreams to stick to what's logical is widespread. Because of this, many people end up not fulfilling their potential, with their dreams held back by the need to be realistic. George Bernard Shaw once said, "The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one insists on changing the world to suit him. So all progress relies on the person who's unreasonable." This quote highlights how important it is to accept what seems like foolishness when trying to manifest something. It's the people who don't stick to strict logic and reason, those who keep believing in what seems impossible, who often do amazing things. When it comes to manifesting, being overly cautious doesn't help. Instead, it's those bold and daring people who really use all of their abilities. Although we usually think of delusion as something bad in manifesting, it's very important we need to see things differently. In manifesting, being delusional means not giving up on what can't be seen or logically explained. It means strongly believing in something beyond the ordinary, challenging what we think of as logical. Logical thinking is very useful in a lot of life situations, but when it comes to manifesting, it has its limits. Look at it this way. If you want to reach your goals, you can't let too much realism hold you back. In manifesting, being too realistic isn't helpful. You need to aim for goals that go beyond what you're dealing with now, goals that might look too fancy or even silly to others. What's happening in your life right now doesn't define what you can achieve. It's just the result of what you used to believe and do. You might not have realized what you were capable of before. The heart of manifesting through what seems like delusion is having the courage to keep believing in your dreams, no matter how far away they seem. Neville Goddard described this perfectly as brazen impudence, which means having a strong resolve to make your desires come true, no matter what others say or what the situation is. Think about it. History is full of people who were called crazy by others around them. Thomas Edison's work on the light bulb, the Wright brothers' goal of making people fly, and Steve Jobs' idea of having a personal computer in every house were once seen as foolish dreams. However, they challenged what was accepted at their time, embraced their delusional dreams, and ended up changing history. Incorporating a broader range of examples, such as Malala Yousafzai's fight for girls' education under extreme adversity, or Elon Musk's ambitious ventures into space and electric vehicles, could further inspire readers. These stories demonstrate that manifesting is not limited to technological inventions, but also includes social change and groundbreaking business models. Being delusional when trying to manifest something doesn't mean losing touch with reality. Instead, it's a chance to see the endless opportunities that come from truly believing. This idea pushes us to look past what our senses can perceive and to tap into the immense power of our minds. As we start this adventure, we realize that the key to successful manifesting is the freedom to dream big and believe in things beyond our imagination. To do this well, you must shift your attention from the present, especially if it doesn't match up with what you want. Picture this. You're close to a financial breakdown, but you aim to be a millionaire. Even though this goal might seem too bold, considering your current state, it's important to understand that manifesting doesn't stick to normal ways of thinking. Addressing common skepticisms directly, it's crucial to acknowledge that while manifesting may seem like wishful thinking to some, it is grounded in the principle of aligning one's mindset, emotions, and actions with their desired outcomes. This alignment creates a conducive environment for achieving goals that may initially appear unreachable. When you're facing tough times, feelings like fear, doubt, and despair can easily take over your thoughts. This is your moment to truly test yourself. It's not enough to just let go of these feelings. You need to replace them with ones that uplift and empower you. Meditation is a great way to help with this. Spending just 20 minutes in quiet, breathing deeply, both morning and evening, can lead to big changes in how you feel. This habit helps you notice how emotions come and go, making room for happier and more positive feelings to come through. Using affirmations is another good strategy to help change your focus. Say your aim is to have more money. You can say things to yourself like, "I am wealthy and prosperous. Money comes to me easily, and I am ready to welcome plenty into every part of my life." Saying these affirmations out loud acts as a way to firmly tell yourself what you want to achieve, changing the way you think and what you believe. By regularly using affirmations and intentionally changing how you think, you tune your mind to the core of what you wish for, making it easier for those desires to become real. Imagination is key to making your dreams come true. It's the hidden ingredient that transforms wishes into reality. Even though growing up might have made us less imaginative, we still use our imagination to predict bad things happening, something we call being cautious. But when it comes to manifesting, being cautious doesn't help. You need to be bold. Realize that you have the ability to give yourself anything you want. You don't need to ask anyone else for it. The power is all in your own mind. You have the ability to create the life you want in your imagination and feel as if you've already got it. To really bring your dreams into reality, you must shift your focus from where you are now, especially if it's not where you want to be. Picture being very close to a financial disaster, but still aiming to be a millionaire. This goal might seem too bold considering your current troubles, but it's important to keep in mind that manifesting doesn't stick to the usual rules of thinking. When hard times hit and you start feeling fear, doubt, and despair, that's your cue to prove yourself. It's not enough to just let go of these negative feelings. You have to replace them with thoughts that lift you up and give you strength. Adding guidance on overcoming specific obstacles, such as cultivating resilience against external criticism and internal doubt, can empower readers to persist in their manifesting journey. Techniques such as visualization, journaling, and building a supportive community can also be instrumental in transforming challenges into stepping stones towards achieving one's dreams. Furthermore, embracing the concept of manifesting requires an understanding that our current reality is not a permanent state, but rather a reflection of past beliefs and actions. Recognizing this can liberate us from the constraints of our present circumstances and open us up to the potential for change. It's about seeing beyond the immediate and understanding that with the right mindset and actions, transformation is possible. To foster this transformation, it's beneficial to cultivate a practice of gratitude and mindfulness. Being grateful for what we have in the present moment, while also aspiring for more, creates a positive feedback loop that enhances our ability to manifest. Gratitude grounds us in the present, preventing us from becoming overwhelmed by what we lack, and instead, focusing our energy on the abundance we wish to attract. In the journey of manifesting, setbacks and challenges are inevitable. However, these are not signs of failure, but opportunities for growth and learning. When faced with obstacles, remind yourself that every successful person has encountered difficulties along their path. It's their persistence and unwavering belief in their vision that led them to overcome these hurdles. As such, viewing challenges as lessons rather than impediments can significantly shift our approach to manifesting our desires. An essential part of manifesting is also to act as if your desires have already been fulfilled. This doesn't mean living beyond your means or engaging in wishful thinking without taking concrete steps towards your goals. Instead, it involves aligning your actions, thoughts, and emotions with the reality you wish to create. For example, if you aspire to be a successful entrepreneur, start by adopting the habits, mindset, and work ethic characteristic of successful business people. This alignment between belief and action is crucial in turning your dreams into reality. Finally, sharing your dreams and aspirations with a supportive community can amplify your manifesting power. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in your vision and support your goals can provide the encouragement and accountability needed to persevere. Whether it's a mentor, a like-minded peer group, or an online community, having a network of support can be a valuable resource on your manifesting journey. In conclusion, manifesting is not just about wishing for something to happen. It's about believing in your ability to make it happen. Aligning your thoughts and actions with your desires, and taking proactive steps towards your dreams. It requires a balance of imaginative thinking, practical action, and emotional resilience. By adopting these principles and incorporating them into your daily life, you can tap into the limitless potential of manifesting to create the life you truly desire. Remember, the power to change your reality lies within you, and with belief, effort, and persistence, there is no limit to what you can achieve.